Good afternoon, class. So in today's video, what I'd like to do is start off with a little bit of a lab report in a nutshell. This will be a longer form video. So here we are, there's the edge of this lake, and as you can see and probably hear, there's some wind blowing. Notice that when the wind starts blowing, you get a little bit of a cross pattern on the waves as they go back and reflect off of the rocks. So where do they come from? And that's what we're going to be exploring as we move over that way towards that bridge. So follow me as we go to the next part of this video. So here, welcome to part 2 of this video. So there, as you can see, that was the bridge that you saw a little bit earlier. What do you notice over here? As you can see, I'm gathering a little bit of data here. The wind is blowing in about kind of a whipping around, but the waves that were reflected off of the rocks on the other side over there are starting to move and come back this way. But notice there's destructive and constructive interference until you get to somewhere over here. Do you notice how there's a general pattern of those waves over there, but it looks very different over here? Why is that? This is an example of diffraction. So I thought I'd point that out as one example. You'll see a few more of these as we continue on. Welcome back to about part 3 of the video. So as you can see, there seems to be several patterns here. One is a pattern of, there's wind, obviously, as you can hear from the audio. You can also see the wind is blowing the water this way. You see the water traveling that way, reflecting off and coming back this way. So really, what's going on? Well, as you can see, we're over here by the bridge that you saw in part 1, and it seems like there's waves that are going this way. So what does that tell us? That tells us that there's probably some kind of force or a wave generator pushing the waves this way. So let's see. What do we see when we cross the bridge? As you can see, we've got a lot more interference patterns and all of that. It doesn't seem like there's a true answer yet, so it seems like we need to find a little bit more data. This is totally fine. This is part of the lab report experience. You can see over there, that might be the wave generator. It looks like possibly some water's getting pushed in, and as you can see right over there, it seems like the wind is blowing little surface waves across the edge of this lagoon. So let's see if we can find out something else, because it seems like the waves are going this way, but that doesn't make any sense because there were waves that were pointing that way. So maybe we gotta just keep going into the next part of this video. So as we continue our tour, as you can see, it seems like the current is flowing this way and that way on both sides of that little island right over there. So it seems like we're still not even sure about our answer. It doesn't seem to show the source of the waves at all. But I think we're going to get a little bit of a clue as we go towards this bridge, because you might start to see it right over there. And we'll see in the next part whether that actually is true. Is there a source of all of these waves? Let's find out. All right, so let's see. Now that we've passed the bridge, which was right over there, and we move over here, yes, indeed, you can see there is a source of all of those waves. It is that fountain. That's what's causing the current to come back this way, even though the wind seems to be very dedicated in blowing the water this way. There was another source which we saw at the very beginning, which was pushing it in the first, in that direction. So it seems like we've found our answer. And so this is an example of how you can have a lab report that takes a long time. A lot of the times, even in the middle of parts 2, part 3, it seems like the data doesn't seem to lead you to an answer. But if you keep following the data, eventually you will find whether there is a source of an answer to whether or not to the original question that you posed. So I thought I'd point that out as an example of a lab report in a nutshell. Study hard. See you in the next video.